And welcome everybody here to Hammer Down TV. Kind of a last minute deal here for myself, but I'd like to thank Rob and the guys for having me. Quick time tonight, Alex Bergeron from Team VLR. He is on the pole here tonight with 18.353, and we're actually getting ready to kick off heat race number one. We're going straight to the race, it looks like. Normally we do heats. And on the pole tonight will be Alex Bergeron. Outside pole will be David Hellman. Second row inside is going to be Lewis Hewitt. Starting in the fourth position is going to be Chris Brenner. Fifth position, Corey Hines. Starting in sixth is going to be Shane Kelly. In the seventh position is going to be Ted Liet, I believe. Starting in eighth is going to be Richard Marteau. Starting in ninth is Devin Fraser. And starting in that 10th position is going to be Howard Weaver. And that'll be the starting top 10 here tonight. And we should be getting ready to go green here shortly. Waiting on a few guys to grid up. As soon as they grid up, we'll get ready to roll this off and get ready to go racing for $400 to win here tonight. And pace truck should be rolling them off any second now. Again, Alex Bergeron on that front row. David Hellman to his outside. Those two battle it out on Tuesday nights for Team VLR. Curious to see how they do here tonight. Again, $400 to win here at the Hammer Down Paid Racing. And we are going green next time by. Alex Bergeron, David Hellman on the front row. Lewis Hewitt, Chris Brenner on the second row. Corey Hines, Shane Kelly back there in the third row. Ted Liet, Richard Marteau in the fourth row. Devin Fraser, Howard Weaver back there in that fifth row. Ryan Martin, Johnny Broken in the sixth row. Tommy Karkin and Cole Hofflin. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. And we're getting ready to go green. Pace truck starting to take the dive to the bottom of the track. Alex Bergeron hits that loud pedal on the right. Here we are, green flag here at the Williams Grove Speedway for $400 to win. Bergeron taking an early lead here in this one about 3 car lengths over David Hellman. Hellman back there running in the second position. And the battle is back there for second through about fourth position as the caution will fly early here. Caution flag out. And it's going to be Bergeron picking up lap number 1. And not quite sure what the caution was for there. It was way deep in the field, though. Now we see a car up ahead trying to get back going. But how about Alex Bergeron taking an early demanding lead here at Williams Grove? We got 2 guys going to the pits with some damage. David Hellman, he's a strong second at the moment. And the field lining up single file for just a couple more laps. I'm sure we're going to go double file once again and get ready to go back green flag racing here at Williams Grove. 50 laps, 400 to win. Bergeron leading them early in this one. He was out to about a 5 or 6 car length lead when the caution fell, going off into turn number 3. But Hellman might have something for him as he got a good drive off of turn number 2 that last time. And back there in the 3rd position, Lewis Hewitt and Chris Brenner in 4th. They was not letting Hellman go anywhere there. As we're lining up double file, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here off of turn number 4. And field coming around nice and slow down the long back straightaway here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Off into 3, pace truck diving to the inside. And Bergeron right back out in front. Don't look now. Hewitt now up to the 2nd spot on the start. Lewis Hewitt up to the 2nd position right there on that restart as we got big battles back there in the back of the field. And the field's starting to spread out little by little. But it's Alex Bergeron out front. Hewitt in 2nd. Hellman back there in the 3rd position. Brenner in 4th. Corey Hines in 5th. And it's still going to be Bergeron out front. 3 car length lead. Now 2. Hewitt on the outside making it look easy as he's going to try to pull up alongside of him and cannot make it happen. It's still Bergeron out front. Hewitt in the 2nd position. Hellman back there in 3rd. Hellman now has company. It looks like Brenner's going to try to take a peek here in a minute. As Brenner is working that low line, Hewitt on the top. It's still Bergeron out front as the caution is going to fly. Bergeron is always fast here in these sprint cars, so he is definitely the one to beat here tonight as he has led every lap so far this 50-lap main event. Hewitt with a good restart that last time, jumped up to the 2nd position. Hellman just could not get nothing going on that restart. Brenner, he's up to the 4th spot. Hines in 5th. Richard Marteau coming all the way back there from the 8th position. He's up to 6th. And the rest of the field is kind of about where they started. Howard Weaver, he's moved up 2 spots. Again, these guys are battling for $400 to win here tonight in the Hammerdown paid races. They do paid races just about every Saturday night. If you want to, go check them out over at Hammerdown iRacing Series on Facebook. They're all the time racing 6 days a week. And it looks like we're lining them up double file. That means we're going green this next time by. Again, Alex Bergeron leading from the drop of the green flag up to this point. Hewitt, he's moved up to the 2nd position. Hellman back there in 3rd. Brenner in 4th. And running in that 5th position is going to be Corey Hines. Richard Marteau back there in 6th. Howard Weaver in 7th. Ted Litt in 8th. Cole Neflin, I cannot pronounce his name, in 9th. And Shane Kelly up to the 10th position. Pace truck is in. And Bergeron bringing him around nice and slow. But the green flag is back out. Bergeron back out front. Hellman looking to the inside of Hewitt. And I don't think he's going to make it happen. Hewitt going to get the run on the outside as they're side by side down the back straightaway. Hellman and Hewitt side by side into turn 3. This is not going to last long. These guys will make contact at some point as Hewitt going to pull away by about a car length down the front straightaway. And now Corey Hines looking to the inside there. He's going to try to pick off 2 of them as the caution will wave once again. I'm not sure if it's going to score him up there in the 3rd spot or not. It looked like he might have had him. but I'm not quite sure. And actually, that is Chris Brenner. Sorry about that. And it is going to score him in third. So Brenner now up to that third spot. Hellman's then fell back to the fourth spot. And Richard Marteau continuing his drive to the front. He's now up to the fifth position as they crossed the line that last time. But it's still Alex Bergeron out front. Lewis Hewitt out there on the outside. And Chris Brenner now moving up into that third spot. So far, we've seen some pretty good racing here in this one. Too wide for the most part in the corners, and they kind of spread out down the straightaway. Something typical you see here at the Williams Grove Speedway. It's always a fun one to watch with the sprint cars here, being that this is basically their home. These cars are made for this type of racing surface, and they will get around here wicked fast. As Bergeron leading the field here, Hewitt on his outside, as they're going to line up double file. We're getting ready to go green next time by. And we are 15 down here in this one. 15 down. Again, this is a 50-lap main event here. $400 to win to one lucky person in this one. And right now, Alex Bergeron is in the catbird seat. As Bergeron leading them into turn number 3. Pace truck taking that dive to the bottom. As we come off of 4. Bergeron on that loud pedal, and he's out front again. Alex Bergeron out front now. Looks like the 3 car of Lewis Hewitt did not get a good start there. As Brenner now jumps up to the outside of him, he's going to have the preferred racing line down the back straightaway. It's going to be Chris Brenner off into turn number 3. Chris Brenner out front, or not out front, in second, sorry. Hewitt back to that third spot, actually fourth, as Hellman now pulls back up into that third position. He's going to work the top side in turns 1 and 2. David Hellman down the back straightaway. Cannot make it happen just yet, as he's going to pull up alongside of your second place running Hewitt. Hellman to the inside, Hewitt on the outside. Hewitt going to get the run down the front straightaway. Hellman going to lose a little bit of ground. It's still Bergeron out front. Hewitt in second, Hellman in third. And don't look now, Richard Marteau back there in the 4th position. He is now on the move all the way from the 8th spot. He's up to 4th as he's working that outside line better than anybody I've seen so far here tonight. And we got another battle here for the 2nd position between Hellman and Hewitt. Once again, Hellman cannot get a run on the inside. Hewitt just pulls off from him off the corners. Gets a great entry, but bad exit. And while they're battling, it ain't doing nothing but letting Alex Bergeron pull away. He's now pulled off to about 11 car length lead over 2nd place running Chris Brenner. I keep thinking Hewitt is there, but he is not. That is Chris Brenner. Brenner in the 2nd position. Hellman back there in 3rd. Marteau in 4th. Lewis Hewitt is actually in the 5th spot. And they go down the front straightaway once again. Is Hellman in the 3rd spot. And it looks like Marteau going to get a run on Hellman down the back straightaway. We'll see what he can do here. He's got company. Hewitt looks to the inside of him in turns 3 and 4. And it looks like Hewitt is going to take over that 4th position as Richard Marteau drops back to 5th. Oh, we got a little contact there in the middle of 3 and 4. And it looks like Marteau going to fall back to the 5th spot once again as Chris Brenner running in the 2nd spot. And he's starting to pull away just a little bit, only about a car length over 2nd place running Chris Brenner. So David Hellman up to that 2nd spot once again here tonight. Brenner back to 3rd. Hewitt in 4th. Marteau back there in the 5th spot. Corey Hines in 6th. As Bergeron is just walking away with this one. Oh, it looks like they made a little contact there going in the corner between Hewitt and Brenner. No harm, no foul. As now Hewitt looks to the inside of Brenner. Looks like he's going to make the pass happen here in 3 and 4. And cannot get the run as the caution is going to fly once again. Caution is out as Marteau was trying to make the pass there on Hewitt but couldn't make it work. So he's now going to fall back to that 5th spot once again. But still a great charge here tonight from Marteau, all the way from the 8th spot up to 5th. As we look down the order here to try to find some more of our big movers. And it looks like Weaver is from 10th up to 7th. So he is pulling away a little bit. Marteau, same position, 3 spots. So Weaver and Marteau have moved up 3 spots each. As the caution is back out again. And we are a little over halfway here in this one. As it's still Bergeron out front. And it looks like we might go single file here. I know normally after they get past a certain point, they will drop it to single file to try to get some more green flag racing in. But we have had a great show in here tonight at the Hammer Down Paid Races. Again, if you're just tuning in, $400 to win. Alex Bergeron out front from the green flag all the way to this point as he walked off to a demanding lead there under that last one. And truck is pulling in, so we are going single file. Bergeron, loud pedal, and here we go. Green flag racing once again here at Williams Grove. Bergeron going to pull out to a good lead here as he's already half a second out front from the green flag as they cross the line that time. Running that 2nd spot is David Hellman. Chris Brenner back there in 3rd. Lewis Hewitt in 4th. Richard Marteau Jr. back there in the 5th spot as they come back down the front straightaway. Bergeron with the lead once again, and it's still half a second lead for Bergeron as he works that outside line. Hellman looks like is on the outside line there as well. And yes, that is David Hellman up there in that 2nd position. Gets a little blurry at times, but it is Alex Bergeron out front. In that 2nd spot is David Hellman. Back there in 3rd is Chris Brenner. And that 4th spot is Lewis Hewitt, Richard Marteau Jr. Those two starting to do battle. As we have got 20 laps left here in this race. Your top 5 really starting to space out. The whole field is starting to space out. Really no too wide racing at the moment. I think these guys are just riding until the end as the caution is going to fly right when I say that. So they must have been some racing near the back. The front guys really spaced themselves out. As the caution is out once again, Bergeron still your leader with 18 laps to go here in the Hammer Down Paid Races. $400 to win here tonight on Hammer Down TV. And we will go single file restarts the rest of the night's racing. As I do believe we may go green this time by. The field really stacking up. You can normally tell when you start seeing them really stack up here. Actually, I do believe we're going around one more time. And we had 22 cars start tonight's main event, and it looks like we are down to 17 still left running here. So very few cars are knocked out of it as we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again here with the Hammer Down paid races. Again, Saturday nights, normally around this time, Hammer Down TV. If you're interested in joining them, just get with Rob and the crew, and I'm sure they'll be glad to have you on Saturday nights here on Hammer Down TV. Again, 400 to win. Alex Bergeron out front. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing, and the green flag is back out. Bergeron back out front. Again, another good start for Alex Bergeron. That time, 0.6 of a second out front before he even got to the line. And the battle is back there for the second spot as David Hellman falls back to the third spot on the bottom side. Chris Brenner up to the second position. And battle once again right there for the third spot now as Hewitt looking to take back over that third position here. And it's still David Hellman holding on to third. Hewitt back there in fourth. And Richard Marteau Jr. in fifth as Marteau gets a little loose off the corner there. And it's still Hellman in the third spot. Hewitt in fourth as we got number 17 car, or sorry, 57 of Corey Hines looking to the inside of Richard Marteau. And Marteau going to try to pull the slider here in the corner. And it looks like he's going to cross him back over for that fifth position as Corey Hines now moves up into that fifth spot. And we got a battle for the second place position between David Hellman and it looks like it's going to be Chris Brenner. Brenner on the inside, Hellman on the outside. Coming down the front straightaway, give it to Hellman. David Hellman up there into the second spot. Brenner in third, Hewitt in fourth. And those two back there still crossing each other up left and right. That's Marteau and Hines. As Alex Bergeron now pulling off to a real demanding lead. Over a second here at Williams Grove Speedway. As it looks like he might have made a mistake there. As Bergeron lost a little bit of that lead. It looked like he might have got high in 1 and 2. And it just caused everybody to catch up to him. As Bergeron's still out front though. And the battle's still there for that second spot between Brenner and Hellman as laps are winding down. We have 9 to go. And it's Hellman in second. Great battles up front. As lap car is trying to pull off the track here to get out the leader's way. It's still Bergeron out front. Hellman in second. Brenner in third. Lewis Hewitt in fourth. Richard Marteau Jr. in fifth. And that'll round out your top 5 here. Another lap car on the back straightaway. He's dropped down to the bottom side to let the leaders by. Great courtesy of him. And it is still Bergeron out front. Hellman in that second position. As it looks like Hellman may be running him down ever so slightly here. As laps are winding down. We have 7 to go. And Bergeron jumped the cushion a little bit there in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Hellman to pull up on him just a little bit. As the lead is now shrunk to only 0.3 of a second. It was 1.2 seconds as the caution is going to fly. With only 6 laps to go. So we are going to have a green flag shootout here. A green-white checkered. That's what it's looking like it's going to be. We might have 2 green flag laps before we get ready to finish this thing off. But it's been Bergeron since the start of the green flag. Hellman, he stayed right there around that second position all night long. And Brenner, he came from the fourth spot up to third. And Lewis Hewitt trying to continue his battle back to the front as he fell back to about the 6th spot after making a small mistake there about 10 laps into the race. Richard Marteau Jr. continues his drive from the 8th position up to 5th. And it looks like Howard Weaver is going to have to give up that 9th place position, and we'll have to take an EOL here. And this one, not quite sure what happened there, but he will have to drop to the end of the line as teammate Alex Bergeron out front. David Hellman in 2nd position. Chris Brenner back there in 3rd. Lewis Hewitt in 4th. Richard Martaw Jr. back there in 5th. As we have 3 to go at the moment, and I don't think we're going green this time. It will be next time by, as it will be 2 to go, and a green-white checkered finish here at Williams Grove Speedway in the 360 sprint cars. And actually, we are going green this time. Alex Bergeron back on the loud pedal. He is out front once again. David Hellman in that 2nd position, and Chris Brenner back there in 3rd. Every position counts here, as Bergeron is now 2 laps away from $400 here at Williams Grove in the Hammer Down Paid races. Alex Bergeron out front, but barely. The last time by, it was 4/10. This time by, it was 3/10 of a second lead, as Bergeron's still out front, and it don't look like they're going to race it out. And it's going to be Bergeron, your leader, as he is slowing up here, letting the pace truck by. And they will be getting the white flag this time under caution, as Alex Bergeron getting the white flag. David Hellman back there in that 2nd position. Running in 3rd is Chris Brenner. And it looks like that's how they're going to come home, as we are under caution to finish this thing out. And Richard Martaw Jr. taking an EOL here as well, all the way up from that 5th position. He will drop to the back and will fall back to the 13th place spot as they come off the corner. Alex Bergeron will come home your winner here tonight with the Hammer Down Paid racing on Saturday nights. It's going to be Alex Bergeron, $400 richer here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway. As now they're going to have a little bit of fun here at the end. Got to rough up the leader just a little bit and give him a good job. Congratulations. As Alex Bergeron leading from green to checkers here will be $400 richer, and we'll pick up tonight's win at the Hammer Down Paid races.